I think, when we started writing the script and when we started figuring out this character, it was really like, it felt like a Vidya role. Not like she's similar to Vidya, but it's a fact that, we wanted someone of her caliber, of her gravitas, to actually, she's like the one who takes us on the journey through this film, and someone you can trust, and you kind of go with that. So, but as like Vidya doesn't say yes very easily. So, so I had to first make sure that she loves the script as an audience, and B, she finds something in that I think she gets to do. So I think, so it was, I knew that she enjoyed, doing Shakuntala with me, but I do think that I earned this another time.
Stumped when she said earned it. She's being too humble. But firstly, hi everyone. It's so wonderful to be here, for a theatrical release and to be doing an in-person press conference after so long. So thank you all for coming. I loved the script. I enjoyed working with Anu and Shakuntala, and we were figuring what to do next when she came to me with this, and I had no questions really after I read it the first time. Isn't that true?
Yeah, after the first time there were no questions, but after that
questions started.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy to have teamed up with her and Abundancia again. And oh my God, I think I'm a very impatient, restless, easily bored audience. So when I read something, primarily, I ask myself whether it's something I'd watch as an audience, and then of course whether the character calls out to me, whether this, whether this overall script works for me. The director is very, very, very crucial, and then also the producer. Because you can only make the right film with the right kind of producer.
I've merely been enabling strong characters written for women. It's directors like Anu, writers who create those roles and those powerful characters. And we've been very fortunate that a lot of that has, I guess, in many ways by divine intervention, in many ways by laws of attraction landed with us. You don't have to look too far for what the next strong woman-centric film from us would be. There's a film called Sukhi, which is right around the corner. It stars Shilpa Shetty, and it takes on a very regular tale with a very nuanced glance. So there's something or the other always at work with strong women characters at Abundancia.
देखिए, हिंदुस्तानी होने का फ़ायदा यही है कि we are better at everything. तो धीरे-धीरे हम दुनिया को सब कुछ सिखा देंगे.
When you see the film, you'll realize that why. I mean, I live in London, and if you know that the top 10% of rich people in UK are Indians. It's kind of the playground of, all the rich Indians. Like, half the time, like, we were joking that if we have a screening in London, there'll be more people attending, because, everyone is in London. So it is, so when it's from my, lens that I see that, I always see that people are having these lavish parties. And I was in Scotland when somebody told me that most of these Scottish castles are now owned by Indians, Arabs, and Chinese. Oh. So that's how it all started, that the world is changing, and what happens if a billionaire hosts a party like this in this kind of a location. But there are some more details which you will see once watch the film.
बहुत ही अलग, क्योंकि दोनों इंसान बहुत अलग हैं. मीरा राव बहुत सुलझी हुई है, and she's just very unlike a detective, really. She's not your classic detective. And I love saying this, a classic murder mystery with a not so classic detective. But मज़ेदार बात ये है कि एक्चुअली मैं इससे आगे कुछ नहीं कहूँगी क्योंकि मुझे पर we have a fantastic cast on this film, and I think it was so much fun for all of us to work together. मुझे याद है कभी-कभी Anu would scream saying quiet. जैसे टीचर्स या क्लास मॉनिटर्स नहीं होती, वो परेशान हो जाती, पर बड़ा मज़ा आया सबके साथ.
लीडर.
या.
Thank you.
और पहली बार किसी की हंसी मुझसे भी ज़्यादा. जो भी हमारी फिल्म्स थिएटर में नहीं देखते, पायरेसी को बढ़ावा देते हैं, सबका खून करूंगी मैं. थिएटर में रिलीज हो रही है नियत, अगर आपकी नियत साफ हो तो थिएटर पहुंच जाइए देखने.
What's working in theaters has changed. Do you know, in the last 12 months, we've had the highest grossing Hindi film, the highest grossing Tamil film, the highest grossing Kannada film, the highest grossing Telugu film, and the highest grossing Marathi film. And if Carry On Jatta 3 delivers like how it is, we'll have the highest grossing Punjabi film of all time. This is not the signs of slowdown. This is just people changing what they want to watch in theaters. And everyone's coexisting. आपको अगर कोई फिल्म कम्युनिटी व्यूइंग के लिए, नोवेल्टी एक्सपीरियंस के लिए जैसे नियत है, थिएटर्स में जाके देखनी है, आप थिएटर्स में जाके देखोगे. अगर आपको कोई फिल्म या सीरीज़ अपने टाइम पे पर्सनल डिवाइस पे देखनी है, आप प्राइम वीडियो पे देखोगे. यही डिफरेंस है. कंटेंट है, कहानियाँ हैं, और ऑडियंस को जहाँ पसंद आएगा वहाँ जाकर देखेंगे.
Yeah, I think it's similar to what Vikram said. It's not or, but it's and, right? So हम ऐसे देखते हैं कि मतलब it is not one of the two. It could be both as well. We've known people who watch it in the theaters. I do it myself. I go to the theater, I watch a movie there, and I'll watch it again, on Prime Video. So मेरे हिसाब से I think what really matters is how is the movie, and whether you like watching it, and then the medium is kind of agnostic. So दोनों ही कर सकते हैं.
I could share details, but then I will get into trouble. My producer is sitting right behind me, my director is sitting right here. We've all signed major contracts saying that we can't talk about anything. But it's a fantastic character. I think all of you all will really like the character because it's a lot of fun. Certain characters are a lot of fun to play, and I like characters like that. Certain characters are serious, certain characters are fun. This is one of the most fun characters I've played. And I think you all will get to see, anybody who's seen my work will get to see that I had a lot of fun while doing it. So it's a fun character, and that's all I'm going to say right now. What is there? You've seen my look from every angle. ऊपर से, नीचे से, पीछे से, सब तरफ से. वही है मेरा look भाई. दाढ़ी है, बाल है, सूट है, और वही है बस. There's no other look. There's this only.
आपके सवाल का जवाब देने से पहले मैं दो चीज़ कहना चाहूँगा. First, a minute silence. Neeraj Kabir has lost his sight, as you can see.
Yeah, I want to answer this question.
Second is, I am the killer. I did it. I don't know whether this question is relevant to today's discussion, so I don't think I'll spend too much time on it. Just to say that I love sport. Out of all the sports, I grew up with rugby and it's in my veins. And after playing for India, this is my way of giving back, becoming the president of the federation. And what I want to do with this is to make sure that, on every Indian's lips in the next 12 to 24 months, in the top 5 sports that they think of, rugby should be one of them. That means that we have to win. It doesn't mean anything else. We have to win. So just we got 4 silvers last year at the Asian levels. We'll see. We'll turn that into gold. But that's basically, I grew up with it.
There should be a league also like IPL for rugby as well.
We'll talk about this outside of this, for sure. I have no problem answering those questions, but not here.
There's a lot of excitement, Murtuza. My last outing in the theatres was Mission Mangal, which did very well. And fingers crossed that people will come into the theatres to watch Neeyat and love it, and maybe watch it again because you may need to. But no, there's a lot of excitement. Promotions करने का यही फायदा होता है कि आपको pressure महसूस नहीं होता. आप इतने थक जाते हैं that there's no time to process what you're feeling. But I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing how everyone receives the film. What preparation did I do for the role? I think, I sat with, actually we worked remotely. Anu was in London, I was here. But we did a lot of Zoom sessions in preparation for the film to understand the character as always, and the world and her vision. Actually, I've loved this genre. So, you know, right from our homegrown Byomkesh Bakshi and Karamchand to, you know, whether it's Sherlock Holmes or Miss Marple or Hercule Poirot, I've enjoyed all of them and many more. So I'm sure inspiration kahin na kahin se, not directly, but I'm sure it's trickled into. I think more than me, it's a director who makes me do what I do, and therefore I think Anu should answer this question. सब कुछ तो मुझे ज़्यादा कुछ करना नहीं पड़ा, because the script, the character was very beautifully etched out by Anu. I've only followed her directions, her instructions, and yeah, I think अच्छा लगता है जब मौका मिलता है कुछ एक अलग किरदार निभाने का. तो like Ram said, she's not your typical detective, you know, that's what sets her apart. That's what makes her very interesting and exciting for me. But whatever I've done is, if it works, then it's thanks to her.
Work is because of her. Yeah.
Don't say that. Cancel.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, you know, that people are watching different things, and it's exciting and challenging. So and I've always, like, from the day we started writing, I always imagined it to be in the theaters. It's that kind of a film, you know, when you watch, there is a community viewing, and, you know, people gasp at the same time, and yeah, aisi film hai, you know, it is that, you know, and usually this genre of films, it's like a puzzle, you know, that you sort of, there is a relationship with the audience. So you kind of, there are expectations, and हर कोई जब ऐसी film देखता है, everybody thinks हाँ मुझे पता है क्या होने वाला है. There is always that, and you have to have that relationship, but you also have to be one step ahead of them. And this is, I love this genre. मैंने मतलब हर, you know, film देखी है. So I kind of, me and my, you know, team of writers, we worked really hard in creating something different, and we are aware that, you know, there is such quality, you know, options available from across the world. And I'm proud that we are at that level. And I really hope that, you know, the audiences sort of see that and enjoy it for, you know, what we've created.
नहीं, मैंने 3 फिल्में की है इस दौरान. सारी फिल्में प्राइम वीडियो पर रिलीज़ हुई, और हमने बहुत प्यार बटोरा इन फिल्मों के लिए. शकुंतला देवी, जो मैंने अनु मेनन के साथ की, और फिर शेरनी और जलसा. तो मुझे दुख इस बात की है कि आपने ये फिल्में नहीं देखी है. आज आपका होमवर्क
थिएटर पे ही आपकी
नहीं थिएटर में. अच्छा हाँ, वो मेरे हाथ में नहीं था, यू नो, पैंडेमिक था. तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि पैंडेमिक होने के बावजूद हमारा काम हम लोगों के साथ शेयर कर पा रहे थे. पर हाँ, अब थिएटर में रिलीज़ करने का मौका मिला, और मुझे लगता है नीयत जिस तरह की फ़िल्म है ना, वो बड़े पर्दे पर देखने का मज़ा ही कुछ और होगा. आपने अब जब ट्रेलर देखा, मुझे खुद लगा कि यू नो, हालांकि मैंने फिल्म ऑलरेडी देखी है, पर जब बड़े पर्दे पर देखो ना, इसका 4 चांद लग जाते हैं. मुझे, मेरा पेट नहीं भरता. मुझे हर टाइप का खाना अच्छा लगता है, वैसे ही हर टाइप का रोल अच्छा लगता है.
यार, ये एक्चुअली फिल्म जो है ना, इट्स ड्रिवन बाय द कैरेक्टर्स. ये अनु की का डिज़ायर भी था कि हर जो कैरेक्टर है वो अजीब गरीब अटपटा सा कैरेक्टर है. तो हर किसी का जो रोल है वो इतना स्पेसिफिक है कि आप, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है, मैं चैलेंज करती हूँ कि आप किसी को भूल जाए इन कैरेक्टर्स में से. तो हमारे लिए भी इट वाज अ वेरी, वैसे भी आई डोंट थिंक जब एक एंसेम्बल करते हैं ना, तो एक दूसरे की ज़रूरत होती है, उसमें कोई इनसिक्योरिटी की बात नहीं होती. सामने वाले का काम अच्छा होगा तभी आप हमको भी याद रखेंगे ना. एक सीन में सिर्फ आप ही अच्छे, बाकी नहीं है, तो फिर आपको क्या याद रहेगा फिल्म के बारे में. सब कैरेक्टर्स, कहानी, एक उसका जो ग्राफ है, वो जब अच्छे से बनता है तभी आप भी उभर के निकलते हैं. तो हमारे लिए दिस एंटायर ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल is what made us be a part of it, and there is no doubt that हम सबका जो किरदार है, हम सबका जो काम है, वो आप बाकायदा एक एक करके आप स्पेशली बात करेंगे उसके बारे में.
Yes, a little bit, but I think I always feel, you know, excited and nervous, and I can't tell the difference. It all feels the same to me a few days before release. And Rahul Bose is really distracting me, I have to tell you, ma'am, please. No, but I think I like the fact that people have expectations from this film from me. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very hopeful that everyone will enjoy it.
जब मैं जुड़ा इससे उस वक्त कोई नियत नहीं थी मेरी, लेकिन जब मेरी बात हुई अनु मनन के साथ और जब किरदार को समझाया गया तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ये करना चाहिए और इसके लिए नियत बदलनी पड़ेगी मेरी.
Thanks to Abundant Share, they have gracefully made me a part of the film and the promotions, and yes, I do fly from UK. But ये फिल्म वहाँ शूट हुई है तो इस बार ये सब मेरे घर आए हैं.
Oh, okay. So you are the most expensive cast?
I'd like to think so.
It was mad. I mean, look at everybody. This is जो energy अभी है. It was 10 times more, and we were away from home, so we were all chilling together before shoot, during, after. It was really fun. And I think Vidya and I were discussing this. That what are the chances कि इतने सारे लोग मिले and we got along also together. So I was very happy that I got to be a part of this. Honestly, when I had my first call with Anu about the film, when I heard everyone who's in the film, I thought, even if this is a room that, even if you're just a fly on the wall, it's fine. You want to be in this room. So I was very grateful that I got to do this. And a memory, I think the one day I'll never forget is when we were shooting in Scotland outdoors. We're shooting on this one cliff, ki AK, and then everybody runs up the cliff, and then cut, reset, and then everybody's walking, and it's freezing. It was windy. I don't know how the cameras were also standing up because everything was everywhere. We only know how we've shot that, and then end में ऐसे हो गया था because we didn't have any jackets उतने, तो हम सारे huddle करके ना ज़मीन पे बैठ जाते थे so that we can block each other's winds, but that just sounded wrong.
But it sounded sensational.
Yeah. Let's call it that.
We got the video. We got it right.
That's a memory.